Buddy Pearson, the Communications and Marketing Supervisor here at the Putnam County School System, and this is the PCSS Connection, the official podcast for the Putnam County School System. This is our first episode, first one ever, so of course we got to have the Director of Schools as our first guest, Corby King. And Corby, where did the summer go?
I don't know. I don't feel like there was much of a summer here. It was, I don't know about for you, it was really busy around our house. I didn't get to go anywhere, but my kids and wife did. They had a good time. The kids were gone to camp all summer. One got to go to the beach for a week. One got to go to Texas. Julie got to go to Texas with her. They had a great time, but man, it flew by.
Did you get to go anywhere?
We got to go one weekend. We went to a music festival for a weekend. That was a lot of fun. Got to go up to Kentucky for that. But otherwise, I was here. In the summer still, it flew.
It's a full-time job, isn't it?
It is. It's a fun job, but it's full.
What are you most excited about as the school year is set to begin?
Oh, so many things. Just new learning, meeting new students. There is nothing quite like the excitement. You know, this is 25 years for me, and there's still nothing quite like the excitement of a new school year. The kids come in bouncing off the walls, most of them ready to come in, even the ones who say, oh, you know, and at the high school, you can still, there's that little nervous excitement, nervous energy that when you're there,
Yep.
Meeting their teachers, getting to see their friends that they haven't seen all summer, the teachers coming in. But we've got some really cool new things that we're going to start this year in the Putnam County School System. We're spending a lot of time talking about becoming a true, authentic professional learning community. Mm-hmm. I think that's huge for our students. It's huge for our teachers. It's a new way of looking at things in terms of professional development. But really looking at the results, what we're getting, we've got some students, teachers who are knocking things out of the park. Mm-hmm. We've got others that are doing very well and some who are struggling. And what we want to do is try to reduce some of that variability and bring all of our students up and just elevate the learning for everybody. So I'm really excited about the potential for that transformation and what that means for our students here in the school system.
We touched on it a little bit, but talk a little bit about the preparation that goes into preparing for the school year, because the students just don't show up and all of a sudden school starts back.
No, there's so much time and energy that goes in. The principals and the counselors have been super busy over the summer. They do some of this prep in the spring before they leave. Then they get to take a couple of weeks off, and then they come right back at it. But scheduling, getting students assigned to classes, there's a lot of professional learning for teachers. We have a new math curriculum this year, new textbooks, so the teachers have been training for that all summer. We have a blitz week time for our teachers to come in for professional development, looking just at, again, digging deeper into the curriculum that we have, whatever subject they teach, and learning for that. Then we have all the compliance things. The teachers love those, the bloodborne pathogen videos and sexual harassment videos. There's several hours of those, 5-6 hours of videos.
Even if you're not a teacher, you have to go through those things
everybody
too.
Gets to do that. I have to do those too. So that 25 years of them. so there's a lot of time invested in that. And then the safety stuff. I mean, they're working this week with SROs, and they're working with their principals to set their school norms and school expectations. And it's little things that you don't think about. How students enter the building, exit the building, when lunch is going to be, how do we get them to lunch and back, who's going to do bus duty and car line, and when's that going to be. So that there's so much planning that goes in to make that happen, so that it seems pretty seamless for our students.
Now, you were talking about being in the business for 25 years.
Yes.
How did you get into education, and was it always your goal to be a superintendent of schools?
No and no. So when I came to Cookeville, I graduated high school in '93, and I came to Tech. I'm from Lawrenceburg, Lawrence County, and I think you're from down that way, so you know the area, Hardin County. Yeah. So I came to Tech to be an engineer, like I think most people did at that time. Coming to Tech, I was going to be an engineer. My high school counselors, I did pretty well in math and science, and they were like, you should go do. My brain just didn't work that way. Mm-hmm. I got up here and I struggled. Engineering was not for me.
Right.
But I loved history.
Yeah.
I always did. I also did well there too. Changed majors to education, changed majors to secondary ed, history, government. Loved it because I loved the subject matter. Yeah. Always liked school. School was fun.
Right.
And it just seemed like a good, fun way for me to get into that. At that time, I was heavy into officiating high school sports. That's when we first met.
Yeah.
I was officiating baseball and basketball at that time, and it was just seemed like fun. Maybe coach, maybe do some of that. So changed to education, and that's where I was going to be. A few years in, after being in the classroom for a few years, I went back to get my master's. I was 3-4 years in at the time. Went back to get my master's degree. I wanted to be a school principal.
Okay.
That was my goal.
Yeah.
Central office was never it. It was a school principal. And somewhere along the way, Dr. Earhart knocked on my door. We had an opening for the attendance supervisor. I'd been in a few meetings over here. And actually, it was Jeff Comer, if you remember Mr. Comer.
Yes.
He and Dr. Earhart together kind of teamed up on me. But Mr. Comer came in and he said, hey, I'm going to be the assistant director. We need a new attendance supervisor. We want you to do this job. And I'm going to have to think about this. I said, can I have a little time? He said, yeah, just call me tomorrow sometime. Let me know. Later that night, he was calling, hey, you made your mind up yet? Well, yeah, I have. So I made that leap, came over here, and I guess just as time went on, I was in that role for 8 years. Got more involved in district operations, district staff. Opening for assistant director came up, applied for that, interviewed, and Mr. Boyd gave me the opportunity. And it's just kind of the path, I guess, that I was put on at that time.
Sure.
Some decisions, a break here, a break there, that I was more interested in it. I love working with people. I love the opportunities to engage, not just with our teachers and our staff, but the community at large.
Right.
That's fun, and that's a big part of this job. Is engaging within the community, and I enjoy that. I just think it's fun. I love being around people. So here I am.
Well, I think it's neat how you've worked your way through the system. I mean, you
Sure.
came up as a teacher and a principal and, in the central office, but you're also a parent of students in the Putnam County school system. And I know how important that is. I've had 3 that's come through the Putnam County school system, and you have a vested interest. So
Absolutely.
It's not like this is a job, because you want this school system to be great for your kids.
Oh, absolutely. A vested interest there, and also a wife who teaches.
Yeah.
So I get to hear that teacher perspective.
You got it coming at you from every
Sometimes
direction.
whether I want to hear that or not,
Yeah.
I can't believe y'all are doing that at the central. Yeah, we are. It's just what we have to do,
Yeah.
So I still have that perspective in my home too. But absolutely with my children, when you talk about big things that are concerns for parents, student safety, that's big. I've got, again, my kids, my wife, but student preparation. And that's hit home for us this year. So I'm only going to have one next year in the school system because my oldest graduated last year.
And that was a special time for you.
It was. It was for me, and I hope it was for him, getting to present the diploma to him. But he's leaving for Chattanooga, UTC, here in a few weeks. And
Didn't want to go to tech, huh?
He wanted to get away from mom and dad.
Yeah.
He wanted to
I know I've got one at UT. I get that.
He wanted to get out from under mom and dad's shadow. And I support him in that and encourage him. But I wanted to make sure he was prepared and ready. So much of what we do in the school system academically is putting them on the path for success when they leave us.
Right.
And I feel confident that his teachers, and I hope Julie and I have done our part, but his teachers have done their part to give him the tools to be successful when he gets to Chattanooga. And that's what I want for all of our students.
Right.
Whether they go to the workforce, if you're going to a TCAT, JUCO, 4-year university, whatever that is, I want us to make sure we've given them the tools, the skills, and to be successful.
Yeah.
Whatever opportunities in front of them. And I think we've done that. And I think we're doing that for my daughter. I have a daughter that's going to be a junior next year. I think her schedule, she keeps changing her mind, but she's enrolled, I think, all dual enrollment next year and some band stuff. But she's doing well, and she's talking about she wants to go to Bethel in a couple of years.
Okay.
And, that's a long way from home.
It is.
I thought she was going to go to Tech.
Yeah.
But now
McKenzie,
she's talking about
what's that, 3 or 4 hours?
3.5, I think.
Yeah.
You can't get there from here.
No, you can't.
So I'm hoping she changes her mind. We've got 2 years.
Yeah.
But if that's where she wants to go, we're going to support and encourage that. And again, I know that we have prepared her for that opportunity. And that's, again, what I want to do for all of our students in Putnam County.
Absolutely. All right, we've talked shop a little bit. Let's talk a little personal stuff here.
Okay.
All right. What type of music do you listen to?
Oh, wow. I'm all over the place. More Americana these days. Well, when I say that, that's so wide-ranging. But Drew Holcomb and the Neighbors, Judah and the Line, Tyler Childers, Zach Bryan's been big at our house here lately. Turnpike Troubadour is probably my favorite lately. Whiskey Myers, been big into that.
Yeah.
But if I'm in my radio and I'm in the truck, it's classic rock. I'm still a B-rock guy. I love the stuff from the 70s.
Right.
I was an 80s hair bands guy.
Oh, yeah. And that's classic rock now. That's what's crazy.
That hurts me.
It hurts me.
But the 80s, the hair band stuff and the grunge from the 90s, the Pearl Jam,
right. Nirvana.
Nirvana. Those are the things we listened to in college. I still love that. So that's kind of where I am. I'm just all over the place.
TV, do you watch any particular TV
shows?
Too
much. Jack Ryan on Amazon. Love that. The Diplomat was a fun one we watched this summer. I don't know. Julie and the kids got big into Parks and Rec. Got big into The Office and some of that. I catch bits and pieces of it. They're kind of funny, but I'm like, I'm done with that. I'm okay. I like more of the action-based stuff.
You go-to movie if it's just a rainy day outside and you're gonna put a movie on.
I don't watch a ton of movies like that.
Not even a Breakfast Club. Not even going back.
I love the Breakfast Club, and I can still. And it's funny because I can still. I've watched them enough. You can quote the lines. Top Gun was good. A Few Good Men.
The new Top Gun was awesome.
Loved Maverick. I thought
that was awesome.
I thought it was so well done.
It was.
Loved that. So any of those, if there's something like that comes on, I'm going to stop. I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Tombstone.
I love Tombstone. Yeah, I'll be a Huckleberry.
You can't miss. I mean, when it's on that and John Wick. I think I've seen all the John Wicks.
I didn't get as big into John Wick. I enjoyed the first one, and I was like, I was kind of done with it.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves.
But I do like Keanu. I like the Star Wars stuff. You get the multiples in that. I enjoy those. We watch too much TV.
We do. We really do. All right. If you're not in the office, where are you?
Good Lord willing, I'll be at the lake.
Yeah.
Somewhere where there's water. The lake. We love to go to Del Hollow. We love going down to Caney. Just somewhere where there's water. If I could go to go down to Caney, float a while, go to the pool. If we vacation, go to the beach.
Yeah.
Somewhere where there's water.
Absolutely.
We talk a lot. I think maybe we need to head up to the northeast in the fall break and see the leaves change.
Why wouldn't you go to the beach?
And that's where I come back to every time. No, we're just going to the beach.
Why? Why when you can go to the beach?
And that's where I am. I think I could live there. People tell me I'd get tired of it. I haven't yet.
You talk about community engagement, and you were able to go in front of the Chamber of Commerce and give kind of your state of the school address. And what was that like?
It was fun. It's a little intimidating sometimes because you're talking to community leaders and we're talking to people and the business owners, but they're also parents, just like we are. So it's fun in the aspect of we can talk about we have such a good school system here. We do so many things well, and I don't think in public education we do a good job of sharing our story, sharing our successes, sharing all the fun, the good stuff that's happening in our school system. And so I had the opportunity to do that in the state of the schools, and I think that's just a fun thing. Talk about all the exciting stuff happening in career and technical education for our students going to the workforce and trades, but also for students who are going to four-year university, how that's kind of developed over the years and those classes meld. And again, creating opportunities for students, that's fun. To talk about our employees, how well they're doing, the things that we're doing for the school system. Being the second largest employer in Putnam County. A lot of people don't think about that.
It's big.
I think that's huge and a great opportunity to talk about that. So while a little nervous, I think, just getting up, talking in front of a group of people like that, but it's also fun and it's a good opportunity to share. So.
Well, you also engage with the community, particularly the parents, the students, and the employees with your weekly newsletter.
Yes.
And it's something you started, and what is it about that? Is it just to try and maintain, let them know that you know what's going on and you want to keep them involved kind of thing?
Sure. It started out as something we did in COVID.
Really?
It started, I felt like, out of necessity.
Yeah.
It wasn't like this was a goal when I became a superintendent, this is what I'm going to do.
Right.
But when I came in, COVID hit, just a few weeks after I was placed as an interim in the superintendent role. And like all parents, what I think about with that newsletter every week is, as a parent, what do I want to know? Right. What do I need to know as a parent in the school system, or what do I want to know that's happening? And those are the type of things I try to put in. So it started with COVID and it became a habit. And it was well received. We got good feedback from parents about the newsletter. The ones who read it, they'll just hit delete.
They read it. That's the thing.
Yeah, they really do. They really do.
They really do.
And I hear when I'm at church, people come up, hey, I read this in a newsletter, or I saw this in a newsletter. Or if I'm out in town, if we go, Julie and I love to, we hit the local restaurants, a couple times a week when we're out. We see folks and they'll come up and mention something that was in the newsletter. But, I've got teenagers at home.
Yeah.
The kids aren't really good at sharing information about what's happening.
Sure.
So when we put little snippets in about what due dates that are coming up or things happening in the school system, it's just another way of informing parents. And so it's been a positive for us, I think.
Yeah. And first week of school is coming up, and we've got the first newsletter going out, and I'm sure you're looking forward to that. I am. I'm just looking forward to getting the students back in the buildings. Again, it's fun. It's exciting. Getting the fall sports to kick off. We've got girls soccer, we got golf, we've got football. There's already been golf matches.
Oh, golf! Yeah, I can't believe
it's already started.
I was shocked by that. Golf matches already, which we have our big golf match from the district office coming up here this week too.
We do.
The superintendent
Even though you didn't want me on your team, it's
I know.
okay. I'm on a team.
Well, I couldn't displace anybody. We're 3-time defending champions, and we want to keep the team intact. I hope we can say fourth, but if not, we got a lot of people coming after us. But that's a fun time for the administrators in the school system, and looking forward to that as well.
Corby King, the Director of Schools, on our first ever PCSS Connection podcast. Looking forward to a great school year, and thank you for all you do.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
As the 2023-2024 school year gets underway, we asked some of the PCS students what they're most looking forward to, school starting back, and maybe how their summer went. Check this out. All right, are you ready to go back to school?
Yes.
What are you looking forward to?
Seeing my friends.
All right, anything else?
No.
What about you? Are you excited about coming back to school?
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to?
Seeing all my friends.
All right. School to start. What are you looking forward to the most? Pizza. All right. Are you looking forward to school starting back?
I'm looking for the specials. I love specials.
Yeah. Have you had a good summer?
Yes, I have.
Are you glad school's starting back?
Yes.
Back to school.
To get good grades and to make my mom proud.
Have you had a good summer?
Yeah.
Are you ready for school to start?
Not really.
All right, thanks. Are you looking forward to school starting back? What are you looking forward to?
I'm not going to say a word.
Are you looking forward to school starting back?
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to? Friends? Homework?
I don't have nothing to say.
You want homework? Do you want homework? Okay. Are you ready for school to start?
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to?
Seeing meeting teachers and their friends.
Are you ready to come back to school?
Yes.
What are you looking forward to?
Lunch.
Lunch. Are you ready to come back to school?
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to?
Seeing friends.
All right. Are you ready for school?
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to?
Probably gym.
Are you most looking forward to coming back to school?
Get to see all my friends.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you ready for school to start back?
Yeah.
Have you had a good summer?
Yeah.
Awesome. Are you a panda forever? Are you ready to go back to school?
Yes.
Are you ready to go back to school?
Yes.
What are you looking forward to?
Nothing.
Huh?
Nothing.
Nothing. What are you looking forward to?
Seeing all my friends.
All right. Thanks, girls. Bye-bye.
Looking forward to nothing.
This is the PCSS Connection, the official podcast of the Putnam County School System, and our next guest just happens to be the state finalist for Principal of the Year. It is Tina Francis, and Tina, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm very honored.
So how long have you been in the Putnam County School System?
This is my 36th year, starting my 36 years.
Is that, have you, now, you're the principal at Jere Whitson, so how long have you been at Jere Whitson?
This is my 7th, 8th year at Jere Whitson.
Okay.
I have I've had a chance to have a variety of roles, and that's not usually typical in education, but I really enjoy change. And so I was a second grade teacher, a kindergarten teacher, and I was at Parkview for 17 years.
Wow.
So that is really, I'm still a Parkview rocket at heart.
Not a panda, but a rocket.
A rocket, the original. That's how old I am. But then I went to Avery Trace as librarian, and I got served there for 6 years. Then I became assistant principal there, and I have now gotten to be Principal Jere Whitson, and it's such a blessing in my life.
So what are you looking forward to the most as the school year is about to begin?
Well, it's always exciting to see the children come in because they are so excited to be there. It's not like middle school.
Yeah.
The kids
Where you got
are.
to drag them in.
Yeah, no, our kids are always excited to be there. The teachers get excited. And so just seeing those kids come in and having the opportunity, their parents really entrust their children to us, and they really back us.
Yeah.
And so it's a pleasure to get to work with those families. So it's going to be a great year.
Now, have you had a good summer? Have you got to do anything? I mean, I didn't realize how busy principals, teachers are during the summer. It's like, they got a couple of months off. It's great. You guys are doing something all the time.
Well, as a principal, I work almost all summer long.
Yeah.
My husband is Paul, and he and I actually took some mini vacations.
Okay.
We're going on a cruise for fall
there you
break.
go.
So, yeah, so we're looking forward to that. But we'll have a great 9 weeks before that happens.
That's super. And I know you like pizza because I saw you at Mariucci's. So
Best pizza.
It is
Oh, my
awesome.
gosh.
It's good stuff.
Have you had their salad?
Yeah.
I
pretty
love
much
the
everything on the
salad.
menu.
It's all great. We could do a commercial for them. That's a little plug there. Send pizza to Jere Whitson Elementary School.
36 years in education.
All in Putnam County.
How has it changed? I mean, you're getting ready to start your 36th year. What's the biggest change that you've seen?
Probably the biggest change personally that I have seen is when I started teaching kindergarten, we didn't have standards or curriculum
Really?
at all.
Yeah.
I was like, what do we teach them? Well, this is what we
ABCs,
normally
count to 100,
So the fact that our state is really honed in on, okay, these are standards. They had them in the older grades, but not for kindergarten.
Sure.
Well, now we realize that's so foundational. That's where it all starts, in pre-K even. And so the fact that the state has stepped up and said, you need that as well.
Yeah.
And then our county has done such phenomenal work choosing a high quality curriculum for us that's a huge game changer.
Yeah.
It makes so much difference in student learning.
And I guess there's also a challenge for the teachers too, because you really have to bring your A game to the table when you've got a curriculum to follow and you know that there's something that you're going to be teaching. What are some of the challenges do you think some of the teachers face today, maybe they didn't 36 years ago?
Pacing is a big issue because you have so much material to cover, and time is limited.
Yeah.
And so I think as far as challenges day to day, it's just making sure you stay in the curriculum, that you keep your pacing up so that when it's time for doing those critical tasks at the end, where you see, did the kids actually mastered what I taught today,
Sure.
then you want to make sure you have time left for that.
Yeah.
And so it's vital that teachers really keep an eye and manage their time wisely.
Now you mentioned your husband, Paul. Tell us about your family.
Okay, well, my husband is Paul Hodges. We have been married 2 years.
Still newlyweds.
We are newlyweds, but when we got married, I was like, I've been Miss Francis for 35 years. No one will know who Miss Hodges is. And so he's confident enough. He was like, that's okay. You can be you,
Yeah.
I have 2 daughters, Ashley, who is actually Prescott's chorus teacher in the middle school, and she directs all their plays.
Wow, nice.
So she does a great job.
Very talented, yes.
She is. Both of my girls are very creative. My daughter Haley works for Tech now. Did
Okay.
you know that?
Maybe I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's working with her interior design
Oh, yeah,
with
yeah.
Tech.
Okay,
So
right.
they're both very talented.
So when Tina Francis is not being principal at Jere Whitson, what are you doing?
Well, my favorite hobby is tennis.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know I might not look like I can move fast, but I'm a pretty good tennis player. And just spending time, with my family. I love to travel.
Yeah.
And Paul and I actually went to Alaska last year, and we're going on a cruise this fall. So
Wow.
I love the beach.
Yeah.
And I really need a dose of that vitamin
Yeah, vitamin C.
C
Yes.
at least once a year. But I love visiting new places
Sure.
and getting to experience different cultures and that sort of thing.
Now, do you play tennis? Because a lot of the tennis players are going over to pickleball. Have you started the pickleball stuff yet?
I have not. I kind of think of pickleball as when you can't play tennis anymore. I know my friends will be all insulted by that, but I see the day that I will be on that pickleball court too.
All right, let's continue down this personal road here. What type of music do you like?
I love all kinds of music, except I don't really love rap.
Yeah.
But other than that, and it's funny because we sing at school all the time
Okay.
in our office. My brain is constantly, if you say something, it's probably going to trigger a song lyric in my head. And one of my teachers bought me a sign for my bathroom that says, "We sing in this bathroom."
There you go.
So we sing all the time, but I really do enjoy lots of different things. When Ashley was at ETSU, she was in opera, and
Oh,
I
really?
had really not been exposed to that much, and I
Sure.
really enjoyed it. So yeah, I just have a variety of tastes.
Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, yeah,
Les
love-
Mis, I mean, those
Love.
things.
My favorite is Wicked.
Yeah.
That's my favorite musical. But when my girls were young, when most families play games in the car,
Yeah.
like I Spy or whatever, we played Name That Musical.
Oh, really?
And I would sing something from a musical, and they would guess what it was,
Yeah.
because that's what they grew up watching.
Right.
So,
What about TV? Do you watch any TV?
I don't watch a lot of TV because I don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
I enjoy, what is the Vanna?
Wheel of Fortune?
Wheel of Fortune.
There you go.
Yeah, we play that. And you know Regina Legg?
Yes.
Okay, never play with her. She is an expert. But
Saw her at Randy Porter's office yesterday.
yes,
as a matter of fact.
okay. She was. I mean, she's serious about it. But I don't really watch that much TV. If I watch something I enjoy, something light.
Yeah.
Are
Are you into the HGTV stuff or
Oh yeah.
Matt-
Oh
or,
yeah.
what is it? The chef Gordon Ramsay stuff.
Well, I love the destination where they visit, like beachfront bargain home.
Yeah.
I
about that.
yeah, that's I'm all about that. Yes.
What's the last movie you went to see?
In the theater, it has been a long time.
Has it been a while?
Yeah, I kind of stopped going after COVID.
I know.
I want to see Oppenheimer.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Yeah, I think that's a significant movie that everybody would benefit from seeing. Kind of give us a closer experience because we're so far removed.
Yeah.
Like our kids are from 9/11.
Yes.
And so I think it's important that we not forget the lessons we've learned.
Yeah, I love those timepieces too, because my dad fought in World War II, and any of that era, during that generation and those folks, it's great to go back and see that. Awesome. Anything else? Now, you were a finalist for Principal of the Year. Will they say who the Principal of the Year is, or how does that work?
So they narrowed it down to 9.
Right.
I'm one of 9 across the state of Tennessee,
Yeah.
which I said I feel like Minnie Pearl. I'm just so glad to be there. Whoa. But they had an interview a couple of weeks ago, and it was a remote type interview, and then someone from the state will score that.
Okay.
And then there's a big fancy party.
That we get to go to.
Yes.
And as your PR person, I should be able to go along with
I
that. Don't you
think so. Corby gets to go. I think you should get to go. But I'm really excited. That's when they make the announcement of
Okay.
the winner.
Oh, nice.
And that would be super.
Yeah.
But I just
getting to go.
it really is a big deal.
Yeah.
And it was so awesome because the girl that was in charge of the interview, she doesn't score it at all, but she was a Parkview kid.
Was she really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So that was neat. I got to talk with her. I said, I wish I'd known it was you. I wouldn't have been so nervous. But they have an independent scoring board.
Okay.
So it's not rigged, I promise. But it's at the Parthenon.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Yeah,
Very
I think
nice.
it's swanky.
Yeah, have to dress it
I
up and
think,
everything.
yeah, I think I'm going to get a new dress out of this. But I'm really excited because I get to take my family.
Yeah.
My husband and my 2 girls get to
Oh,
go.
well, that'd be sweet.
And something that I don't think people think about is how much it's just like being in the military.
Mm-hmm.
Military families make huge sacrifices.
Sacrifices.
And not that teacher families, it's not the same level,
Right.
but if you're married to a teacher, you sacrifice a lot.
You sure do.
Our kids had to stay at school late every day
Right.
while Mama finished her work. Tomorrow, let's see, what's today? Tuesday, Wednesday?
Yeah.
It's been a crazy week. But tomorrow night, we're having our Jere Whitson family picnic. So
Okay.
my husband and I will be at that picnic.
Right.
So there's a lot of times that I have to put my school first.
Sure.
And as a principal, that's a whole nother level.
Right.
And when I go home, there's always something,
Somebody trying to get in touch with you or
well,
something having to deal
as
with.
far as, I have my phone with me all the time, and I'm on pretty much 24-hour call.
Yeah.
Because if there's a situation, I'm the one responsible. From the Johns don't flush to, a parent needing me. So it's a sacrifice. So it's really an honor to get to share that with them. And I cannot talk about this award or designation, whatever, without saying I'm getting the recognition, but my teachers are the ones who deserve.
Sure.
I mean, I told them just today, I was like, this is awesome, and I'm really excited. But I said, I want you to know, I realize I wouldn't be where I am if it weren't for you.
Oh, yeah.
Because they make me look good.
Yeah.
And so I really, I feel like it's a good thing for Putnam County. It
lets
lets people know, hey, we've got it going on, and even one of our teachers is
Right.
one of the finalists.
Absolutely.
So that shows that our county is really focused on what's important in education. That Mr. King is, directing us in the right direction,
Yeah.
and so that's an honor too, to know that. It makes our county look good, and we deserve that recognition
Sure do.
because we're doing great work.
Well, you certainly are, and congratulations again
Thanks.
on your honor and what you've been in education for 36 years. We're so fortunate to have you here in Putnam County. I know the folks at Jere Whitson love you to death, and they're happy to have you. So congratulations again on the award, and good luck this school year, man. This is going to be an awesome school year.
I really believe it is. And I have to brag on our families at Jere Whitson because they really support us and they help make it a great year. Our teachers are dedicated. They're working hard. The kids believe in themselves, and that's something I feel is so important for success, is that the kids know, hey, we're smart, we can do this, we work hard, we can achieve. And then having the backing of their families makes all the difference. So we have a great year ahead of us.
All right, school right around the corner. Thank you so much for joining us on our first ever episode of the PCSS Connection. Tina Francis, I'm Buddy Pearson, the Communications and Marketing Supervisor here at Putnam County. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we look forward to talking to you again.
Thank you.